all, today we are talking about 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. This is a self help book offering advice on how to gain and maintain power. Power depends on the relationship between a person and those he or she seeks to control. Law number 1, never outshine the master. Always make those above you feel comfortably superior. In your desire to impress, do not go too far in displaying of your talent. Make your master appear more brilliant than they are, and you will attain the heights of power. Law number 2, never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Beware of friends, they will betray you more quickly, but hire a former enemy and he will be more loyal than a friend. In fact, you have more to fear from friends than from enemies. If you have no enemies, find a way to make them. Number 3, conceal your intentions. Keep people off balance in the dark by never revealing the purpose behind your actions. If they have no clue what you are up to, they cannot prepare a defense. Guide them far enough down the wrong path, envelop them in enough smoke, and by the time they realize your intentions, it will be too late. Number 4, always say less than necessary. When you are trying to impress people with words, the more you say, the more common you appear, and the less in control. Even if you are saying something banal, it will seem original if you are make it vague. Powerful people impress by saying less. The more you say, the more likely you are to say something foolish. Law number 5, so much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. Reputation is cornerstone of power. Through reputation alone you can intimidate and win. Once it sleeps, it will be attacked on all sides. Make your reputation inaccessible. Always be alert to potential before they happen. Meanwhile, learn to destroy your enemy by opening hole in their own reputations. Then stand aside and let public opinion hang them. Number 6. Court attention at all cost. Everything is judged by its appearance. What is unseen counts for nothing. Never let yourself get lost in crowd. Stand out, be conspicuous at all cost. Make yourself a magnet of attention by appearing larger, more colorful, more mysterious than the bland and timid masses. Law number 7, get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. Use the wisdom, knowledge, and legwork of other people to further your own cause. Not only will such assistance save your valuable time and energy, it will give you a good like aura of efficiency and speed. In the end, your helper will be forgotten and you will be remembered. Never do yourself what others can do for you. Law number 8, make other people come to you. Use bait if necessary. When you force the other person to act, you are the one in control. It always better to make your opponent come to you, abandoning his own plan in the process. Lure him with fabulous gains, then attack. You holds the card. Law number 9, win through your actions, never through arguments. Any momentary triumph you think you have gained through arguments is really Pyrrhic victory. The resentment and ill will you stir up in stronger and last longer than any momentary change of opinion. It is much more powerful to get others to agree with you through your actions without saying a word. Demonstrate, do not explicate. Law number 10, infection avoid unhappy and unlucky. You can die for someone else's misery, emotional state, or infectious as disease. You may feel you are one helping the drowning man, but you are only precipitating your own disaster. The unfortunate sometimes drawn misfortune and themselves. They will also draw it on you. Associate with happy and fortunate instead. Law number 11. Learn to keep people dependent on you. To maintain your independence, you must always be needed and wanted. The more you are relied on, the more freedom you have. Make people depend on you for their happiness and prosperity, and you have nothing to fear. Never teach them enough so that they can do without you. Law number 12. Use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim. One sincere and honest move will cover dozens of dishonest ones. Open-hearted gesture of honesty and generosity bring down the guard of even more suspicious people. Once your selective honesty open a hole in their armor, you can deceive and manipulate them at will. A timely gift, a Trojan horse, will serve the same purpose. Law number 13. When asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest, never to their mercy or a gratitude. If you need to turn to an ally for help, do not bother to remind him of your past assistance and good deeds. He will find a way to ignore you. Instead, uncover something in your request or in your alliance with him that will benefit him and emphasize it out of all proportion. He will respond enthusiastically when he sees something to be gained for himself. Law number 14. Pose as a friend, work as a spy. Knowing about your rival is critical. Use spies to gather valuable information that will keep you a step ahead. Better still, play the spy yourself in polite social encounters. Learn to probe. Ask indirect questions to get people reveal their weaknesses and intentions. There is no occasion that is not an opportunity for artful spying. Law number 15. Crush your enemy totally. All great leaders since Moses have known that a feared enemy must be crushed completely. The enemy will recover and will seek revenge. Crush him not only in body but in spirit. Law number 16. Use absence to increase respect and honor. Too much circulation make the price go down. The more you are seen and heard from, the more common you appear. If you are already established in a group, temporary withdrawal from it will make you more talked about, even more admired. You must learn when to leave, create value through scarcity. Law number 17. Keep others in suspended terror. Cultivate an air of unpredictability. Humans are creatures of habit with an insatiable need to see familiarities in other people's action. Your predictability gives them sense of control. Turn the table, be deliberately unpredictable. Behavior that seems to have no consistency or purpose will keep them off balance, and then they will wear themselves out trying to explain your moves. Taken to an extreme, this strategy can intimidate and terrorize. Law number 18. Do not build fortresses to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. The world is dangerous and enemies are everywhere. Everyone has to protect themselves. A fortress seems the safest, but isolation exposes you to more dangerous than it protects you from it. Cut off from valuable information, it makes you conspicuous and an easy target. Better to circulate among people, find allies, mingle. You are shielded from your enemies by a crowd. Law number 19. Know how you are dealing with. Do not offend the wrong person. There are many different kinds of people in the world, and you can never assume that everyone will react to your strategies in the same way. Deceive some people and they will spend the rest of their lives seeking revenge. They are wolves in lamb clothing. Choose your victim and opponents carefully. Then never offend or deceive the wrong person. Law number 20. Do not commit to anyone. It is the fool who always rushes to take sides. Do not commit to any side or cause but yourself. By maintaining your independence, you become the master of others, playing people against one another. Make them pursue you. Law number 21. Play a sucker to catch a sucker, seem dumber than you mark. No one likes feeling stupider than the next person. The trick then is to make your victim feel smarter, and not just smarter but smarter than you are. Once convinced of this, they will never suspect that you may have ulterior motives. Law number 22. Use the surrender tactics, transform weakness into power. When you are weaker, never fight for honor's sake. Choose surrender instead. Surrender gives you time to recover, time torment and irritate your conqueror. Time to wait for his power to wane. Do not give his satisfaction of fighting and defeating. You surrender first. By turning the other cheek, infuriate, unsettle him. Make surrender a tool of power. Law number 23. Concentrate your forces. Conserve your forces and energies by keeping them concentrated at their strongest point. You gain more by finding a rich mine and mining it deeper than by flitting from one shallow mine to another. Intensity defeats extensity every time. Law number 24. Play the perfect courtier. The perfect courtier thrives in a world where everything revolves around the power and political dexterity. Learn and apply the law of courtiership, and there will be no limit to how far you can rise in the court. Law number 25. Recreate yourself. Do not accept the role that society forced on you. Recreate yourself by forging a new identity on that commands attention and never bores the audience. Be the master of your own image rather than letting others define it for you. Law number 26. Keep your hand clean. You must see a paragon of civility and efficiency. Your hands are never soiled by mistake and nasty deeds. Law number 27. Play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. People have an overwhelming desire to believe in something. Become the focal point of such desire by offering them a cause, a new faith to follow. Keep your words vague but full of promise. Emphasize enthusiasm over rationality and clear thinking. Law number 28. Enter action with boldness. If you are unsure of course of action, do not attempt it. Your doubts and hesitation will infect your execution. Timidity is dangerous. Better to enter with boldness. Any mistake you commit through audacity are easily corrected with more audacity. Everyone admires the boldness, no one honors the timid. Law number 29. Plan all the way to the end. The ending is everything. Plan all the way to it, taking into account all the possible consequences, obstacles and twists of fortune that might reverse your hard work and give the glory to others. Law number 30. Make your accomplishment seem effortless. Your action must seem natural and execute with ease all the toil and practice that go into them. And also all the clever tricks must be concealed. When you act, act effortlessly as if you could do much more. Law number 31. Control the options. Get others to play with the cards you deal. The best dissipations are the ones that seem to give the other person a choice. Your victims feel they are in control, but are actually your puppets. Give people options that come out in your favor, whichever one they choose. Law number 32. Play to people's fantasies. The truth is often avoided because it is ugly and unpleasant. Never appeal to truth and reality unless you are prepared for the anger that comes from disenchantment. Law number 33. Discover each man's thumbscrew. Everyone has a weakness, a gap in castle wall. That weakness is usually an insecurity and uncontrollable emotions or need. It can also be small secret pleasure. Either way, once found, it is thumbscrew you can turn to your advantage. Law number 34. Be royal in your own fashion. Act like a king to be treated like one. The way you carry yourself will often determine how you are treated. In the long run, appearing vulgar or common will make the people disrespect you. For a king respect himself and inspire the same sentiment in others. Law number 35. Master the art of timing. Never seem to be in a hurry. Hurrying betrays a lack of control over yourself and over time. Always seem patient as if you know that everything will come you eventually. Become a detective of the right moment, sniff out the spirit of time, the trend that will carry you. Law number 36. Disdain things you can't have, ignoring them in the best revenge. By acknowledging a petty problem, you give it existence and credibility. The more attention you pay an enemy, the stronger you make him, and a small mistake is often made worse and more visible when you try to fix it. Law number 37. Create compelling spectacles. Striking imagery and grand symbolic gestures create the aura of power. Everyone responds to them. Stage spectacles for those around you, then full of arresting visuals and radiant symbols that heighten your presence. Law number 38. Think as you like but behave like others. If you make a show of going against the time, flaunting your unconventional ideas and unorthodox ways, people will think that you only want attention and that you look down upon them. They will find a way to punish you for making them to feel inferior. Law number 39. Stir up water to catch fish. Anger and emotion are strategically counterproductive. You must always stay calm and objective. But if you can make your enemies angry while staying calm yourself, you gain a decided advantage. Put your enemies off balance. Law number 40. Despise the free lunch. What is offered for free is dangerous. It usually involves either a trick or a hidden obligation. What has worth is worth paying for. By paying your own way, you stay clear of gratitude, guilt, and deceit. It is also often wise to pay the full price. There is no cutting comes with excellence. Law number 41. Avoid stepping into great man's shoes. What happens first always appear better and more original than what comes after. If you succeed a great man's or have a famous parent, you will have to accomplish double their achievements to outsize them. Do not get lost in their shadow or stuck in a past not of your own making. Establish your own name and identity by changing course. Law number 42. Strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. Trouble can often be traced to a single strong individual. The stirrer, the arrogant, underlying the poisoner of goodwill. If you allow such people room to operate, others will succumb to their influence. Do not wait for troubles that cause to multiply. Do not try to negotiate with them. They are irredeemable. Neutralize their influence by isolating or banishing them. Law number 43. Work on the hearts and minds of others. Coercion creates a reaction that will eventually work against you. You must seduce others into wanting to move in your direction. A person you have seduced becomes your loyal pawn, and the way to seduce others is to operate on their individual psychologies and weaknesses. Law number 44. Disarm and infuriate with the mirror effect. The mirror reflects reality, but it is also a perfect tool for dissipation. When you mirror your enemies doing exactly as they do, they cannot figure out your strategy. The mirror effect mock and humiliate them, making them overreact. Law number 45. Preach the need for change, but never reform too much at once. Everyone understands the need for change is in the abstract, but on the day-to-day level people are creatures of habit. Too much innovation is traumatic and will lead to revolt. if you are new to position of power or an outsider trying to build a power base. Make a show of respecting the old way of doing things. Number 46. Never appear too perfect. Appearing better than others always dangerous, but most dangerous of all is to appear to have no fault or weaknesses. In way creates silent enemies. It is smart to occasionally display defects and admit to harmless voice in order to reflect in way and appear more human or approachable. Only gods and the deeds can seem perfect with impurity. Law number 47. Do not go past the mark you aimed for. In victory, learn how to stop. The moment of victory is often the moment of great spell. In the heat of victory, arrogance and overconfidence can push you past the goal you had aimed for, and by going too far, you make more enemies than you defeat. Do not allow success to go to your head. There is no substitute for strategy and careful planning. Set a goal, when you reach it, stop. Law number 48. Assume formlessness. But taking a shape by having a visible plan, you open yourself to attack. Instead of taking a form for your enemy to grasp, keep yourself adaptable and on the move. Accept the fact that nothing is created and no law is fixed. The best way to protect yourself is to be as fluid and formless as water. Never bet a stability or lasting order. Everything changes. Thanks for watching our video. If you like our video, then subscribe our channel and push the bell icon for more incoming videos.